The bridge of the human cruiser Horizon was quiet, except for the soft hum of engines and the occasional beep of the navigation console. Captain Rains stood at the center, eyes fixed on the main view screen. Space stretched in endless black, dotted with distant stars. It was routine patrol. Nothing unusual had happened in weeks. "Captain," Lieutenant Kira said, her voice steady but tense, "I'm picking up something unusual on long-range scans." Rains leaned over her shoulder. On the screen, a faint blip moved against the backdrop of empty space. It wasn't large, yet it wasn't small, either. Something about its energy signature didn't match any known ship or natural object. "Unknown vessel," Rains said, his voice calm but sharp. "Is it moving toward human territory?" "Yes, sir. And it shouldn't exist." Kira's words hung in the air. The crew shifted nervously. The cruiser's AI began analyzing the data, but even its advanced processing took longer than usual. Reports came back conflicting. The ship's hull material, its energy output, its propulsion, they all defied human engineering. It was as if someone had taken human knowledge and twisted it into something far beyond comprehension. "Show me everything we have," Rains ordered. "Every scan, every sensor reading." The bridge filled with holographic images and readouts. The warship was enormous, dark, sleek. Its design reminded the crew of human cruisers from centuries ago, yet nothing about it matched any current or historical record. Lieutenant Kira's fingers flew over the console. "It has no transponder, no registry. Its movement is calculated, but unpredictable. Sir, it's approaching at high speed. If it maintains this trajectory, it will enter human-controlled space within the hour." Rains clenched his jaw. "Red alert. All stations, prepare for potential engagement. Helm, set intercept course. Sensors, keep tracking every movement." The crew followed orders with practiced precision, but unease was visible on every face. Something about the ship felt wrong, like it was alive, watching them, testing them. Minutes passed, but to Rains, it felt like hours. The unknown warship drifted closer, its dark hull reflecting the faint light of distant stars. Then, without warning, a pulse of energy washed over the cruiser. Shields held, but the sensors detected a new anomaly. The warship had activated stealth protocols. "It's cloaking," Kira whispered. "But we can still detect residual energy. It's almost laughing at us." Rains's eyes narrowed. "Not laughing. Observing. Humans do not give up. That's why we survive." He paused, thinking. "We need to understand it before it understands us." Suddenly, the warship's sensors flared. A message appeared on the cruiser's communication panel. It was brief, simple. 3 words, in perfect human language. "Do not follow." The bridge fell silent. No one moved. The words were human, but not human. There was a strange weight to them, as if the ship knew more than it should, as if it had lived a life no one could explain. "Commander, should we respond?" Rains asked. The commander shook his head slowly. "Not yet, sir. We don't know its intentions. It could be a trap." The Horizon continued its cautious pursuit, trying to keep the unknown warship in view. Every officer on the bridge felt it, an unspoken challenge. Humans had faced unknowns before, but nothing like this. The ship was a puzzle, a threat, and maybe something more. Kira's fingers hovered over the console. "Captain, I'm detecting movement inside the hull. Life signs. But the patterns are strange. They're human, yet different." Rains's eyes widened. "Different how?" "Coordinated. Efficient. Almost artificial." The ship stayed silent, its hull reflecting the stars like black glass. Then, in a sudden pulse, a light flashed across the cruiser's sensors, a warning, or perhaps a test. The unknown warship had not fired any weapons, yet the intensity of the energy sent shivers through every crew member. "Prepare for all contingencies," Rains ordered. "Maintain distance, but do not lose visual." This is unlike anything we've faced. Remember who we are. Humans adapt. Humans survive. And we will find out what this ship wants. The bridge lights dimmed as the crew focused on the blip that refused to reveal itself. The hum of the engines, the faint beeps of sensors, the soft voice of the AI, all blended into a tense silence. Outside, the black void of space seemed endless. The unknown warship drifted closer, and with it, the sense that the galaxy had just become infinitely larger, and infinitely more dangerous. Rains stared at the dark shape on the screen. It shouldn't exist, yet here it is. And in that moment, every officer on the bridge understood. This encounter would change humanity forever. The horizon moved cautiously through the black expanse, every officer on the bridge alert. The unknown warship was ahead, just beyond long-range scanners, moving silently and deliberately. Its cloaking technology made it almost invisible, but residual energy patterns gave away its shape. Lieutenant Kira's fingers danced across the console. Captain, it's reacting. Every time we try to close in, it shifts slightly. Avoids direct confrontation, but it stays within our path. It's like it's studying us. Rains nodded. Humans observe before they act. Maybe it's doing the same. Commander Torres stepped forward, eyes sharp. Sir, I've never seen anything like this. Our AI can't fully analyze the energy patterns. It's advanced, far beyond anything we've created. It's almost alive. Then treat it like it is, Rain said. Focus on survival and observation. Keep scanning. Keep learning. That's what humans do best. The ship drifted closer to human space, yet no attack came. The officers exchanged uneasy glances. Its silence was deliberate, almost taunting. Suddenly, the communications panel flickered. Another message appeared, again in human language. Do not interfere. Rains's jaw tightened. They are warning us. Or testing us. Either way, we continue with caution. Kira's console beeped urgently. Captain, life signs inside the ship. Human-like, but highly unusual. The patterns are too coordinated, almost machine-like, yet organic. Commander, what does that mean? Rains asked. Torres frowned. It means this isn't just a ship. It may carry a crew, or something that thinks like a crew, but isn't fully human. Or it could be human, modified. The idea made the bridge tense. Every human present felt the weight of the unknown. Humanity prided itself on ingenuity and courage, but here, in front of them, was a puzzle that challenged everything they knew. Suddenly, the ship made a sharp maneuver. Sensors detected bursts of energy, almost like scanning pulses. The horizon had to adjust course to avoid collision. It's probing us, Kira said, her voice low. It wants to know what we can do. What we are capable of. Rains's eyes narrowed. Then let it watch. Humans survive by learning and adapting. That's what we will do. He turned to the commander. Prepare a reconnaissance probe. I want eyes inside that ship without committing our crew directly. If this warship is as advanced as it seems, one wrong move could destroy us all. The probe launched into space, small and silent. It approached the unknown warship cautiously, scanning every surface, every energy fluctuation. The crew watched anxiously as it transmitted data back. What do we have? Rains asked. Kira frowned at the incoming feed. Hull composition, unknown alloy. Interior layout, impossible to predict. Energy systems, more efficient than anything we've seen. And, Captain, life signs. Multiple, but they seem dormant. Or in stasis. But they're alive. The silence on the bridge was almost unbearable. Every officer understood, this was not a normal encounter. This was a first contact with something that could be human, or something else entirely. Suddenly, the warship emitted a pulse of energy directly toward the probe. It wasn't destructive, but it scrambled all data. The probe's feed went blank. Shields up, Rains commanded. And maintain distance. It's testing us. We must not panic. The crew worked rapidly, stabilizing the horizon and resuming long-range scans. Every sensor screamed with new readings, energy fluctuations, unknown signals, patterns that seemed intentional, almost communicative. Then, a new message appeared on the communications panel. You are strong. You survive. But are you ready? Rains felt a chill. It was not a threat, but it was a challenge that only humans could understand. Humans thrived in adversity, survived where others failed. This ship had recognized that instinctively. Kira's eyes widened. Captain, it's as if it knows us. Not just our technology, but our nature. It's testing our humanity. Rains clenched his fists. Then we will show it what humans are capable of. Adapt. Survive. Fight when necessary. Outsmart when needed. That's who we are. That's what they will learn. The unknown warship drifted closer to human-controlled space, still cloaked, still mysterious, still challenging. Every officer on the bridge felt a mixture of fear and determination. Humans had faced impossible odds before. They would do it again. And somewhere inside the black hull, deep within the unknown ship, sensors and systems observed every movement of the horizon, noting every decision, every human reaction. The game had begun, and humans never lost games they refused to quit. The horizon maintained its careful orbit near the edge of human-controlled space. Every officer on the bridge felt the tension building. The unknown warship loomed in the distance, invisible but unmistakably present. Sensors detected energy fluctuations, life signs, and movements that defied understanding. Every human instinct screamed that danger was coming, but the exact form remained unclear. Commander Torres leaned over the console. Captain, the unknown ship is moving closer to the orbital colony at Vesta Prime. That station isn't heavily defended. If it chooses to strike, casualties could be significant. Rains's jaw tightened. Then we make sure it doesn't. Helm, plot an intercept course. Shields to maximum. Alert all colony defenses. We're not waiting for it to make the first move. Kira's fingers flew over the sensor array. Captain, the energy patterns are changing. It's calculating something. Every time we try to predict its path, it shifts. This isn't random. It's studying us, but I don't know what it's planning. Rains glanced at the main view screen. The warship was still mostly invisible, its hull shimmering slightly as cloaking and energy pulses interacted. Yet even in the faint light, the sense of intelligence inside that ship was palpable. It wasn't just a machine, it was an entity. It thought, observed, and adapted. Humans survive because we think faster, adapt quicker, and act bravely, Rains said quietly, more to himself than anyone else. We'll find a way. Suddenly, the ship's stealth flickered. A pulse of energy radiated outward, and human sensors caught glimpses of the ship's silhouette. Massive. Sleek. Impossible. Its design seemed almost organic, as if it had grown rather than been built. Life signs, Kira said. They're more active now. Not dormant anymore. Prepare for engagement, Rains ordered. Not an attack yet. Observe. Learn. Be ready to act. Humans always find a way. The unknown warship changed course, moving deliberately toward Vesta Prime. It wasn't attacking yet, but its intent was clear. Something about the energy readings indicated potential weapon activation. Every human on the bridge felt the weight of the moment. Captain, Torres said, it's as if it wants to provoke a reaction. It's waiting for us to show our limits. Rains stared at the screen, thinking fast. Then we'll give it exactly that, but on our terms. Prepare a strategic drone fleet. Use decoys if necessary. Our technology may not match theirs, but humans are resourceful. The drone fleet launched from the horizon and the colony's orbital platforms. Small, nimble, equipped with sensors and defensive countermeasures, They spread across the space between the human ships and the unknown warship. The moment was tense, every second a potential trap. The warship responded. It emitted a massive energy pulse, sending several drones spinning out of control. Yet the humans had anticipated some losses. Kira's calculations were precise, and the drones adapted in real time. Even against superior technology, humans could improvise. Rains clenched his fist. Keep pushing. Force it to reveal itself. Humans survive by confronting the impossible, and finding solutions where none exist. The warship shifted suddenly, moving faster than sensors predicted. It skirted the edge of Vesta Prime's orbital defenses, forcing the humans to react quickly. Yet every maneuver revealed something about the ship's capabilities. It was powerful, yes, but it was not infallible. Suddenly, a burst of communication reached the horizon. The unknown warship transmitted a message, simple yet chilling. Humans. Capable. But are you ready to fight? Rains's eyes narrowed. It's testing us, not just our ships but our minds. We'll respond, strategically. Humans survive by thinking, adapting, and acting courageously under pressure. The crew worked as one. Drones moved, shields adjusted, energy diverted. Every officer on the bridge understood that this was not just a battle of weapons, it was a battle of intellect, instinct, and courage. Humans had faced impossible odds countless times before. This was no different. Then, a new threat emerged. Sensors detected a small detachment of ships approaching the colony. Fast, advanced, and coordinated. They seemed to be launched from the unknown warship. Human defenses struggled to track all targets at once. "Captain," Kira said, her voice tight. "They're faster than anything we've faced. But their patterns, they're predictable. If we adapt quickly, we can counter them." Rains smiled faintly, a mixture of tension and determination. "Exactly. Humans survive by outthinking, outmaneuvering, and never giving up. We fight smart, we fight together. That's what makes us special." The orbital battle began. Small energy pulses lit the black void as drones intercepted the attackers. Human ingenuity showed in every countermeasure, rapid adjustments, clever maneuvers, and daring risks. The unknown warship observed, learning, adapting. Yet the humans held their ground, proving that even against superior technology, courage and intellect mattered. As the skirmish unfolded, the unknown warship pulsed again, stronger this time. Its intent was clear. It was a threat, but also a test. Humans had faced adversity before. They had survived. They would survive again. Rains clenched his fists. Hold the line. Adapt. Survive. We are human. That is why we endure. The battle continued, the tension almost unbearable. Every officer understood one thing. The unknown warship was not just an enemy, it was a challenge. And humans never backed down from a challenge. The horizon hovered at the edge of the chaos, shields humming, drones scattered in defensive formation. Every officer on the bridge was alert, eyes flicking between sensors and view screens. The unknown warship had not attacked directly for hours, yet its presence felt heavier with every passing moment. Something was about to change. Lieutenant Kira's fingers moved quickly over the console. "Captain, I've managed to hack a partial signal from the unknown warship. It's unusual. Not a full system override, but enough to glimpse inside." Rains leaned over, eyes sharp. "Show me." The holographic display flickered. A series of internal schematics appeared, not of a standard warship, but something that looked almost alive. Energy conduits pulsed like veins. Systems moved in patterns that mimicked biological functions. And most startling of all, there were multiple lifeforms inside the ship, human-like, but their neural activity was synchronized with the ship itself. Commander Torres's eyes widened. "Captain, these aren't just humans. They've been integrated with the ship. Their minds, their consciousness, merged with technology. They are both crew and machine." Rains felt a chill. Modified humans, or descendants of some lost human expedition. That explains why this ship shouldn't exist, yet it's here. Kira's console beeped urgently. Captain, I'm picking up an awakening sequence. Life signs are becoming active. They're conscious now, and they're aware of us. The bridge fell silent. Every officer understood the gravity of the moment. The warship wasn't just an enemy, it was something human, yet far beyond the human they knew. Suddenly, the unknown ship transmitted a message. Simple words appeared on the horizon's comm panel. Humans, you made it. You survived. Are you ready to understand? Rains swallowed. It's communicating, but it knows more than it should. Kira, analyze. What is it trying to say? Kira frowned. It's difficult. The AI within that ship is linked to human consciousness, but not in a way we've ever seen. Its logic, its decisions, they're human-like, yet amplified, faster, smarter, integrated. It's evolved beyond a single mind. The captain's gaze hardened. Then we approach carefully. Humans survive by understanding the unknown before it overwhelms them. Prepare a drone with visual sensors. Send it inside the ship, but keep distance. We need to see what we're facing without risking lives unnecessarily. The drone slipped past the warship's outer defenses, moving into the vessel's corridors. The feed revealed walls that pulsed with energy, conduits that moved like veins, and control panels that seemed alive, almost organic. Shadows flickered, human-like shapes, but their eyes glowed faintly, synchronized with the ship's systems. Captain, Kira whispered. These people, if you can call them that, they're part of the ship. The AI doesn't control them, they are the AI. Their minds are linked to every system. Every weapon, every engine, every sensor. Rains felt a mix of fear and awe. Humans had survived against impossible odds before. But this was something entirely different. The unknown warship was not just a machine. It was a human legacy, a testament to ingenuity and evolution. Torres's voice broke the silence. Captain, the ship is sending another message. It's not hostile, yet. It's curious, observing our decisions, our reactions. It's testing not just our ships, but our humanity. Rains nodded. Then we respond as humans always do. Carefully, intelligently, bravely. Prepare a communication message. Simple, direct. Tell it we observe. Tell it we learn. Humans adapt, and that is our strength. Kira typed the message, and the holographic display flickered as the unknown ship received it. For a long moment, there was silence. Then, a new message appeared. Courageous, adaptable, alive. You have not lost your humanity. But the galaxy is larger than you know. There are threats beyond comprehension. You will need to evolve to survive. The bridge fell quiet. Every officer felt the weight of those words. The unknown warship had confirmed what they had long suspected. Humanity was powerful, but the universe was vast, full of unknown dangers, and survival would require more than courage. Rains's eyes hardened. Humans survive because we learn, adapt, and act where others hesitate. This ship, this AI-human hybrid, has reminded us of that. We will continue. We will prepare. And we will show that humanity is more than capable of facing the unknown. Outside the view screen, the warship remained still, observing, pulsing with quiet energy. It was no longer just a threat. It was a revelation, a mirror of what humans could become when ingenuity, courage, and technology merged. Kira exhaled slowly. Captain, it's almost like it wants to help us, or at least push us to understand ourselves. Rains nodded. Then we take the lesson. Humans adapt. Humans survive. And now, we prepare for whatever comes next. The bridge lights dimmed as the crew processed the revelation. The unknown warship pulsed gently in the distance, no longer just a mystery, but a warning and a challenge. Humanity had faced impossible odds before. Now, it had a glimpse of what was possible, and the journey had only begun. The calm before the storm didn't last long. The unknown warship pulsed ominously in the void, its energy radiating a silent warning. The horizon braced itself, shields humming at maximum, as drones and orbital defense platforms prepared for the inevitable engagement. Captain Rains stood at the center of the bridge, eyes fixed on the view screen. This is it. Humans survive by acting smart, by thinking faster than the enemy, and by never backing down. Remember that. Every move counts. Lieutenant Kira adjusted sensor readings. Sir, the enemy is releasing multiple combat drones. They're faster, stronger, and highly coordinated. If we don't respond immediately, Vesta Prime is in danger. Rains nodded sharply. Deploy countermeasures. Use decoys. Split our forces. Humans adapt, and we've never faced an enemy like this and failed. The void erupted with light. Energy pulses streaked across space, the small drones darting like fireflies against the black. Human defenses engaged with calculated precision. Shields absorbed blows, while countermeasures redirected energy. Even against vastly superior technology, human ingenuity showed in every maneuver. Kira's fingers flew over the console. Captain, they're adjusting their strategy every few seconds, almost anticipating our responses. But there's a pattern. If we act unpredictably, we can gain an advantage. Rains's lips curved into a faint smile. Then we become unpredictable. Humans survive by thinking when others hesitate. Execute. The horizon split its drones into multiple formations, some acting as bait, others ready to strike. The unknown warship reacted instantly, energy pulses flaring as it tried to neutralize the threats. Yet humans were agile, quick to adapt, and resourceful beyond the ship's expectations. Commander Torres pointed to the main screen. Captain, its core is exposed in the pulse patterns. If we target that, we might disrupt its systems long enough to protect the colony. Rains's eyes narrowed. Good. Prepare an assault drone. But it's not just a weapon. The humans inside the ship, we need to act carefully. Our goal is to survive and defend, not destroy potential allies or relatives. The assault drone launched, weaving through the pulses and shielding energy. It reached the core, scanning rapidly. The energy signature was intense, more advanced than any human tech, yet strangely familiar. It was alive, and yet it was not fully human. The unknown ship reacted instantly, pulsing energy in waves that disrupted some systems of the assault drone. But humans were relentless. Kira guided the drone with precision, dodging pulses, exploiting weaknesses, and adapting in real time. Suddenly, the ship emitted a massive surge, sending the horizon and all drones skidding. Energy shields flared, warning lights blaring. The crew braced themselves. The unknown warship was powerful, but humans were clever. Divert power to shields and weapons. Rains commanded. We will not be broken. Humans survive because we learn faster, act faster, and never surrender. The battle intensified. Each pulse, each maneuver, each drone strike tested human ingenuity and courage. And yet, for every calculated move of the enemy, humans found a way to counter. They adapted. They improvised. They survived. Then, a daring decision. Rains personally directed a small team aboard an EVA craft to physically enter the unknown warship. It was risky, almost suicidal, but sometimes humans survive not through technology, but through courage and direct action. Inside the ship, the corridors pulsed with energy. Shadows flickered. The humans were careful, yet confident. They moved quickly, using their instincts and intellect to navigate the unfamiliar, alive ship. Every step revealed more about the integration of human minds with AI. It was a dangerous dance, but humans had always thrived in impossible circumstances. Finally, they reached a central control node. Kira interfaced the systems remotely. Energy pulses slowed, then stabilized. The ship's internal AI-human network paused, as if acknowledging human presence, yet ready to defend if necessary. "Captain," Kira said, her voice steady, "we've stabilized it. We didn't destroy anything, just showed them humans can survive, adapt, and act intelligently." Rains exhaled. "Exactly. That's what it means to be human. Bravery, intellect, and courage, even in the face of the impossible." Outside, the unknown warship remained still for a long moment. Then, a pulse of energy radiated outward, not aggressive, but almost respectful. Humans had survived. They had adapted. They had outsmarted an opponent far beyond what anyone expected. The crew on the bridge stared at the screen, exhausted but victorious. They had faced an enemy unlike any other, a warship that defied logic and carried remnants of human consciousness, yet they endured. Humans had proven themselves once again. Rains finally spoke, quietly but firmly. "Remember this moment. Humans survive not because of strength alone, but because of intelligence, courage, and the refusal to surrender. This is what sets us apart. And today, we've shown it." The warship pulsed once more, then slowly retreated into the black. It had tested humans, and humans had passed. For now, the battle was over. But the universe was vast, full of unknowns, and every human on the bridge knew that new challenges awaited. Yet one truth remained: humans survived. Humans adapted. Humans endured. And in the cold darkness of space, that truth shone brighter than any star. The battle was over. The void of space had returned to silence, broken only by the soft hum of the horizon's engines. The unknown warship had retreated, its massive silhouette disappearing into the distance, leaving only faint energy traces. The crew on the bridge exhaled, some slumping in their chairs, others staring at the empty space ahead, still alert. Captain Rains stood in the center, hands clasped behind his back. Humans survived. That is what matters. But surviving is only the first step. Understanding comes next. Lieutenant Kira rubbed her temples, exhaustion clear on her face. "Captain, the unknown ship. Its AI-human integration. It's incredible. Almost impossible to fully comprehend. But it wasn't hostile. Not really. It wanted to test us. And we passed." Commander Torres nodded slowly. "Yes. And in doing so, we've learned something important. Humanity is more than its ships, more than technology. Our strength is our intelligence, our courage, and our ability to adapt." Rains glanced at the view screen. Stars stretched endlessly, calm once more. "We faced an unknown far beyond our expectations. But we didn't panic. We analyzed. We acted. We survived. And that is the essence of being human." Kira tapped a few keys on the console. "Captain, the warship left data behind. Partial logs, schematics, even energy patterns we can study. It's as if it wants us to learn, to prepare for what's next. There's so much we don't understand, but this is a gift. A challenge." Rains's eyes narrowed, a thoughtful expression crossing his face. "A gift and a warning. The universe is larger than we imagined. There are civilizations, powers, and threats beyond our current understanding. Humans survived this encounter, yes, but the galaxy is only beginning to reveal its mysteries." Torres spoke quietly. "We'll need to share this with command. The colonies, the fleets, everyone. They need to know that humanity is capable, but also that the unknown is always out there." The captain nodded. "True. But we also need to act carefully. Knowledge is power, but misuse can be dangerous. We survived today because we were clever, brave, and united. That must remain our guiding principle." Kira leaned back, finally allowing herself a moment of relief. "It's strange, Captain. That ship, it felt human. But not fully. And yet, somehow, I felt like it respected us." Rains allowed a small smile. "It did. It recognized something in us. Humanity is unique because we adapt. We survive. And when we face the impossible, we find a way. That is why we endure. The bridge fell silent for a moment, each officer reflecting on the magnitude of what had happened. Humans had faced a force that defied logic, that merged technology and consciousness in ways they had never imagined. Yet through intelligence, courage, and careful strategy, they had survived, and had even gained insight into what lay beyond. Suddenly, the communications console beeped. A single message appeared on the screen. Simple, yet profound. You are ready. Continue to learn. Continue to survive. The universe awaits. Rains stared at the message, eyes hard with determination. That's exactly what we'll do. Humans survive. Humans adapt. Humans endure. And nothing, no challenge, no unknown, will stop us. Outside the view screen, the stars sparkled in quiet majesty. Space was vast, full of secrets and dangers, yet also opportunities. Humanity had taken the first step into a new chapter, proving that even when faced with the impossible, courage and intelligence would prevail. Torres exhaled, a quiet smile crossing his face. Captain, we've survived the impossible. What now? Rains straightened, voice firm. Now, we prepare. We learn from what we've seen. We grow stronger. And when the next challenge comes, we'll face it head-on, as humans always do. Kira looked out the window, eyes reflecting the endless expanse. And we'll be ready. Humans always are. The crew on the bridge shared a brief, quiet moment of unity. They had faced the unknown and survived. They had seen what the universe could throw at them and realized that humanity was capable of meeting it head-on. And somewhere in the black void, the unknown warship pulsed faintly, watching, waiting, knowing that humans had passed its test. A new chapter of exploration, discovery, and survival was beginning. Rains turned back to the crew. This is just the beginning. Humanity has proven itself today, but the universe is vast. And we will continue to rise. The horizon turned its course, heading back toward human-controlled space. The crew knew that more challenges awaited, but they were ready. They had survived the impossible, adapted, and emerged stronger. That was the essence of humanity. And in the infinite darkness of space, that truth shone brighter than any star.